The ANZIIF Awards are almost here, and so I want to take just a moment to celebrate some of the absolutely incredible young talent that's shaping our industry. And I've had some quick chats with some of the finalists for the Young Insurance Professional of the Year, the YIP, as I've called it. Their passion and ideas are like it's so inspiring to have a chat to them. And sportfully today, we've got Irene Zhu from KeyInsure. Irene, massive congrats on the nomination.
Thank you so much.
Irene, I've got 5 quick questions I want to ask you that hopefully will kind of show the world a little bit how you think about the industry. And so the first one I'd love to ask is, what has been the most defining moment in your career so far that's brought you to being an ANZIIF finalist?
I was a mortgage broker PA back in 8 years ago. Obviously, the mortgage broker that I work with asked me, do I want to be a mortgage broker? After a year I work in that industry, I just thought, nah, that's something I don't, very keen to into it. And then, so we like, what, we're looking for other kind of opportunity. Before I became a mortgage broker, PA, before I was doing more towards sales, even in the telco industry as well. Also, things like retail selling, hospitality type of stuff. So I just like to kind of, when I was working in the telco, I kind of like communicating with people. I believe, that's genuinely what a broker need, however, no matter what industry you're in. But I like to close the deal a bit quicker than anything else. So that's why I kind of decided that mortgage is not my thing. So I was like, you know what, I will start learn my tier 1 for general insurance. So on the time, we had a in-house insurance broker at the time. However, she actually left in a quick sudden. So I've been pulled out a bunch of books of portfolio in front of me, which I have zero experience to. I was freaked out at the time. That's back to 7 years ago. So that moment hit me very strong, that clients ask me a lot of things that I wouldn't have a clue in practice because I just done my tier 1 certificate. And I was having that, responsibility about, handling a client, even that was being given to me without no clue. So I need to look after the clients and, know what their needs. So I think that is the moment that I was like, say, hey, I really, I was being kind of pushed in the position at the time, but I think it's the moment at the time which you've been pushing that position and then you have to make it work due to, that
make it work.
Yeah, responsibility that you have it in mind for the client as well. So, so I think that is the moment that really put me to myself into the ground for this, insurance broking startup for this
world. Yeah, I love it. And who or what has inspired you the most in your insurance journey, and how has that shaped you?
I will say that because due to the whole things, I think that the mortgage broker, who is actually our currently managing director of KeyInsure, which we worked together over 8 years. He is still a mortgage broker at now, but however, he very encouraged me to step into this kind of category, absolutely different than what he does at the time. I think he inspired me whole way through about not just working on himself. So we have a pretty similar journey. So he is working on himself with a PA at the staff. Now we have a team of 16 people in the mortgage team. So he teach me how to start by your own as your own one-man army. But however, as the time grows, how things in terms of management and the operation position the more leadership and also what you need to do in the team, and also in terms of corporate decision on what we need to do as insurance brokerage. Yeah.
I love it. Absolutely love it. And if you could change just one thing about the insurance industry for our next generation, what would it be?
I think it's that you need to really step up for a lot of things. Try experimental a lot of different categories as well. So obviously in our industry, we have a lot of things that people specialize in. Say we do particular, domestic product or particular industry we do, or we just do claims. However, as a broker, you need to be very knowledge on multiple things in that category as well. So there's people asking me, what are your niche and specialty is in your category. I would just say, I would like to take a chance to do whatever I can do in the industry, because the great things about this industry is that while you're doing the insurance broking for the client in whichever level, no matter SME, corporate, any level, you have to learn the industry. You need to do background diligence as well. So you really kind of know different industry, how they operate, there's calculation differently on their industry. So I think that's the great, amazing things I can say for the next generation, because we were much easier for learning in terms of getting new things. So yeah, I think it's a great expo for different industry. Yeah, for the next generation, I think just really need to do whatever industry you can do.
Wonderful. And is there what's one piece of advice you would give to another young professional who's looking to make their mark in the insurance industry?
Is that, well, to be fair, I like to say things differently. There's a lot of, obviously when we talk about motivation type of things as well, I would like to look at the realistic side first. I think the industry is generating great income out of it as a broker, especially if you become one of a principal broker. You probably have a different structure than what you have just a standalone, PAYG kind of broker, you're working on a payroll. It's actually different. So I would say income-wise, it's a very rewarded industry. You get paid what you work for. So as hard as you work for, the more income you get. In the other side is that to look at the bigger picture as well. So even that maybe in the future time you're probably not working in this kind of broking industry, but due to the journey you have talk to BDMs, you have underwriters that you talk to the claim people. There's something that you will like in that kind of category that maybe you can have a career slightly change out of it, but the broking is actually the way that you can explore every single thing out of this industry as well. Yeah.
Yeah, you see, you get a broad sense of everything. And finally, just one more question for you. In one word, how would you describe the future of insurance?
I think there's a lot of great tech coming on for it, but however, I still think you have to be the one using that tech to help your work to be more efficient and convenient, Yeah, so I think the
take it on yourself.
Yeah. So the industry will be more tacky, and then I think obviously I recently see an article on LinkedIn just about I think 30% of the broker is going to be retired in the next 5 years. We are the industry that is generally average, I would say a bit older. I think about I saw the other day on the status 45 or towards 49, something like that. It's we're on there, but however, that's what I said. I think there should be more younger people. I like that. I feel a lot of bigger corporations that fast as well, Aon as well. They do graduate program. at this stage as well, because a lot of people don't know this industry that often, especially for graduates as well. So it's not like your every daily life kind of graduate program. You do accounting, you do finance, but insurance is never in that kind of uni category. So I think we need to get more people to learn this industry and to really to be the next
take it on.
Broker,
I absolutely, absolutely. I absolutely love it. And look, it's listening to you, kind of your story has been super inspirational. So thank you for sharing some of those thoughts. And look, we'll be there on Thursday. We'll be cheering you on. Hopefully you kind of stand up there at the end of the night and grab the award. So best of luck, and I look forward to seeing you on Thursday.